Welcome to the Mycotoxin Prediction forecast brought to you by Biomin, the world leader in mycotoxin prediction. This week, we will look at the predicted risk for mycotoxin contaminations in maize in Brazil, Argentina and Uruguay. Corn for the current growing season is about to reach silking now in growing regions which planted earliest in the southern regions of Latin America, and silking will continue up until March for the last crop sown in the northeast of Brazil. Wet weather and high humidity are critical for infection with toxin-producing fungi during flowering time and continue to be critical for the accumulation of mycotoxins in the crop. Let's have a look at the weather in recent weeks and the forecast of what's to come for the rest of January. Looking back at rainfall in late December, abundant rain hit coastal regions of the Brazilian states Santa Catarina and Minas Gerais with up to daily showers. Similar rainfalls were recorded for Mato Grosso and the west of Mato Grosso do Sul, while regions in between, including Paraná and inland Minas Gerais and São Paulo, received rain on only 3 to 6 days in the 15-day periods, for each of which at least 2 hours of rain were recorded. In contrast, Uruguay and Argentina received little to no rain. Early January was characterized by weather extremes with little to no precipitation in the south of Brazil, Argentina and Uruguay, but torrential downpours and floodings in the southeast and northeast of Brazil, affecting Minas Gerais and adjacent regions. The forecast for late January sees rain returning to most regions, with 6 up to 9 days worth of rain, even in the inland regions that were dry in the previous weeks. Based on the weather we have recorded up until today, and the forecast weather up to the expected harvest dates, the predicted chance for harvests to contain more than 2 parts per billion aflatoxins are shown here for each major region. The highest risk is estimated for states in the northeast of Brazil, with up to 75%. However, local risk may vary strongly as shown on the map. High concentrations of fumonisins are expected in regions with high humidity combined with warm temperatures. Therefore, a throughout high risk for corn to contain 500 parts per billion or higher is to be expected in most growing regions, with locally up to 80% risk or more. Increasing levels of deoxynivalenol also coincide with high humidity but require more moderate temperatures. For now, the estimated risk for harvests containing more than 150 parts per billion is highest in the southeast of Brazil, but also in all growing regions of Argentina. The overall lower percentage here may be misleading as the southern regions are not affected. Analogous to deoxynivalenol, zearalenone is predominantly produced under cooler conditions. The current risk estimation predicts zearalenone levels above 50 ppb only for about 20% across regions. Stay tuned in for our future mycotoxin prediction updates as the corn growing year for Southern America unfolds.